Hello and welcome. It's a bird. It's a plane. No, but really it is a plane. Today we're going to take a look at another Studio Ghibli film with The Wind Rises. The Wind Rises was released under Studio Ghibli and Touchstone Pictures in 2013, but I didn't see it till 2014 in theaters in America here. So it had a dual release date. It is the last of our Studio Ghibli films by Hayao Miyazaki so far. He went into retirement right after this, but there are constantly rumors going on that he will come out of retirement and make another film. Hasn't happened yet, probably won't happen, but at least we have this entire collection of films to talk about and to enjoy from him, so thank you for that. And this one itself is the 9th highest grossing anime film of all time so far. So that's an amazing accomplishment. We all know that I am such a Studio Ghibli stan. I love their works, and I was such a delayed fan, which now I'm just like, ugh. I always loved the films without knowing I loved the films because I was always a fan of Kiki's Delivery Service for the longest time before delving into anything else. And we talked about a couple of them previously, but I want to talk about this one as well because it's his most recent work, as well as it is a very dramatic piece, and it still is a little bit different from the other ones that we talked about previously in the year. And just like how we have the original Japanese cast, we also have our English cast working with Disney. We have a lot of major stars. Joseph Gordon-Levitt is our main star. Jiro.
Now remember, on the train, I'm Jiro Horikoshi.
We also have John Krakowski, Emily Blunt.
Life is wonderful, isn't it?
Who is going to be Mary Poppins next month. Martin Short, Stanley Tucci.
You must leave. But now, shall we drop by my house? I have some very excellent wine.
Manly McKinnon, Darren Criss, and Elijah Wood. Like, huge names in this. And I feel like these movies are so underrated and no one knows about them unless you're involved in anime. And it's a shame because these are beautiful masterpieces. Even from the trailer alone. This is art. This time, this story is about a young Jiro who dreams about airplanes. He's obsessed with airplanes and wants to be able to be a pilot, but because he has to wear glasses, he'd be unable to become a pilot. But he ends up having dreams that are kind of a cross between reality and fantasy, and befriends this Italian engineer who tells him you can still work with airplanes, you can design airplanes, your eyesight's not going to hinder you with this experience.
So you think we are sharing this dream?
I hope so. You are Count Cuproni, aren't you? I've been reading all about you.
Interesting. Yes, this is a dream. This world's a dream.
And this all takes place during World War II as well, so you have a lot of a really unique retrospect on history and a modern take of what happened. There was so much irony in the past that they would need to build these airplanes for war, and that you need to have a family for war, and that for able to create something or destroy something else, and it just is a really unique take on it. The music is beautifully gorgeous. It always is. I love Studio Ghibli soundtracks when it comes to a score. The animation is breathtaking. It's art. It's literally a masterpiece, and they always do a fantastic job. And it's such a rich story as well. Just everything about its perfection. I loved seeing it the first time, and I love watching it again, and it's just beautifully gorgeous, and everyone else needs to know about it, and it's so underrated. The other films we talked about before were very serious in some ways. This is definitely the most serious that we've talked about it, and if you want even more serious and sad films that we're not even going to cover, there's a whole bunch that Studio Ghibli has done. So if you are into this and you like the idea of Studio Ghibli, please go check it out. At least the couple that we covered, check those out, but also check out the entire collection because it is such a masterpiece. Everything he did and everything the team worked on, I just praise nonstop. Such a huge fan. It's beautiful. It's gorgeous. It's a masterpiece. That's all I can say. And this is going to be a wrap on our serious dramas. We're going to slowly transition into the holiday season at this point. We still have a week left to talk about some films before we jump into fully Christmas films and holiday films. But tomorrow we're going to take a look at Wreck-It Ralph 2 because that just came out. This is a film I was looking forward to for years, honestly, since the last film I wanted there to be a sequel. There's a sequel and I'm so excited! So we're going to talk about that tomorrow. And you can stay tuned, as always. I hope you have a magical day, and I will see you real soon.